Aber dann Ausdauer.
Weißt du, da so ist es auch spannend, weil so kann einfach keiner klar.
We would like to make you part of a truly Danish experience. So we'll be inviting you into our history home. Referring to Denmark, Danish.
Ladies and gentlemen, the next
You'll find us spending a lot of time with our families and friends. Apart from our weather, which at times can make anybody glow, there is little to worry about.
Is it morgen als
The building on your right is the central station of Copenhagen. For almost 200 years, it has been the biggest in Denmark, connecting us to the rest of the country, as well as to our neighbours, Sweden and Germany. If you hear locals talk about meeting under the clock, they're referring to the huge clock inside the main hall. More than 2 generations of Danes have used this clock as a regular meeting place. These days we still meet there. The station is still a North European rendezvous point with more than 4 million tickets sold yearly.
Yeah, they make me feel ill now. I used to love them when I was younger. I understand why like mum and dad went like and get sometimes and stuff.
If you look around you at the rather plain architecture, it doesn't look anything like the chocolate box pictures of Copenhagen with its impressive old buildings and quaint little harbours. But a few blocks to your left is the beautiful old town. King Christian was the grand builder of Copenhagen, and his legacy can be seen across the city. He was only 11 years old when he inherited the throne, and when he took full control of the country at 19, Denmark was splendidly rich and powerful. When he died in 1648, he left his country in financial and political ruin. But his imaginative architectural legacy gave our city a magnificent grounding. In the waters on your left lies Copenhagen's biggest swimming pool, the Islandsbrygge harbour baths. Unlike harbour areas in most big cities, The water in Copenhagen is exceptionally clean and constantly monitored. In 2003, the baths were especially designed as part of a regeneration project of urban renewal. The 5 basins, 2 of them for children, have been a massive hit amongst locals and visitors alike. In summer, more than 600 people can be found on any day relaxing next to the water, taking a dip or just soaking up the sun. If you happen to see the baths from a higher vantage point, you will see that they are shaped like a massive boat, paying homage to our maritime culture. The boardwalks on this living green is as part of our everyday life as eating and sleeping. Yes, on an official level, our city was about green living. We choose bicycles over cars, we enjoy organic food and beer, and eco-shopping is around every corner. We even have enviro hotels for our guests. The green belts around the city let Copenhagen and her people breathe with stylish ease. Just look at the office and apartment buildings. Notice the free use of open or creative space, a luxury seldom found in a major metropolis. Danish design is functional, elegant, timeless, and simple. Here in Copenhagen, we see it in the magnificent architectural designs around us. But the ingenuity is not limited to grand landmarks. We're also known for our sleek and elegant furniture design, the so-called functional fashion trend. And even our gastronomy is a design wonder. Our country's remarkable designs are exported around the world by Danish creative minds. The Sydney Opera House was designed by Johan Utzon, and Johan Otto von Spregelsen created the Grand Arche at La Défense in Paris. We are now approaching the Black Diamond. This extension of the Royal Danish Library has become a symbol of cutting-edge Danish architectural design. The old original building, dating back to 1906, can be seen connected to the left of it. Look at how old Copenhagen is literally holding hands with her younger and funkier sibling. The new building is clad in polished Zimbabwean absolute black granite, and every day this becomes a magnificent canvas displaying the constantly changing reflections of the water and sky. As we drive underneath the bridge, look how light plays with the irregular angles and smooth surfaces of the granite. On June 5th, 1849, King Frederick VII put an end to the absolute monarchy in Denmark and signed the original constitution of our country. Since then, the reigning monarch has played a more symbolic role. The king or queen can only execute power through the Danish cabinet ministers. The result is that the Danish monarch does not interfere in politics. Today, our monarchy is much loved and plays a unifying role in our society. One point of discussion which pops up from time to time is the cost of having a monarchy, especially a ceremonial monarchy, to the state and taxpayers.
Because now we're closing in on it again.
Christiansborg Palace is the imposing building with a tower and bronze dome in front of us. This is the seat of the Danish Parliament, the Prime Minister's office, the Supreme Court, and the office of our Queen. Avid TV watchers might recognize it from the internationally acclaimed political drama Born, which was set and filmed here. Born is just one of the many popular exports from Denmark, called Nordic Noir. This huge wave of Scandinavian crime fiction and TV dramas was first made famous by the Swedish writer Stieg Larsson's Millennium trilogy of films and books. Larsson's The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo is just one of Nordic Noir's success stories. Denmark is leading the pack with blockbusters such as The Killing, The Bridge, Unit 1, and of course, Born.